Students, welcome back to SGC online chemistry classes. This is lecture number 4. This is lecture number 4 on the topic states of matter. Well, dear students, from the last discussion, from the last class or a video, we have collected the statement of all the gas laws, namely Boyle's law, Charles' law, Gay-Lussac law, Avogadro's law, Dalton's law, including Graham's law of diffusion. Well, let in the today's class solve some of the problems using those equations given by the formula. Then especially from the NCERT text, we solve here some model questions, and rest you practice at home. Definitely a numerical will appear from this topic over the gas law. So let's see those samples. Then before we go to take the numericals one by one, let some terms one should know as STP conditions. Hope you come across STP conditions during your study. STP conditions. So what is meant by STP condition? It is nothing but the long form or abbreviation of STP is standard temperature and pressure. Standard temperature and pressure. STP stands for standard temperature and pressure. Well, students, at right now the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius or 273 Kelvin is taken as the standard temperature. A temperature of 0 degrees Celsius same as 273 Kelvin is taken as standard temperature. And pressure, so what is the pressure? 1 bar is taken as the standard pressure at present, but earlier 1 atm was considered as the standard. 1 atm was considered as standard one. Yesterday you have collected 1 atm equals to, yesterday you know in the conversion 1 atm which is same as 0.987 bar, keeping in this mind. So the temperature of 273 Kelvin and pressure of 1 bar is taken as the standard condition of temperature and pressure. We do take whenever the STP conditions mentioned in the numericals, it is understood pressure of 1 bar and a temperature of 273 Kelvin. And one more you should know regarding molar volume. What is meant by molar volume? 1 mark question. Define molar volume. Dear students, molar volume, V with subscript M, molar volume. So what is meant by molar volume? It is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas. It is the volume occupied by 1 mole of ideal gas at STP. What is molar volume? It is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at STP. The volume occupied by 1 mole of gas, 1 mole of gas at STP. 1 mole of gas at STP is nothing but molar volume. The volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at STP, 1 mole of any gas at STP. So the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at STP condition, that is called molar volume and indicated by Vm. By taking ATM and bar unit, we have the two values molar volume. So molar volume which is equals to 22.4 liter, 22.4 liter, which is the same as 22.4 dm cube. 22.4 dm cube, same as 22.4 liter, which is same as 22,400 milliliter, same as 22,400 cm cube. So this is the molar volume. 22.4 dm cube is the molar volume, which is same as 22.4 liter, same as 22,400 milliliter, and is same as 22,400 centimeter cube. See, this is the value, molar volume, when pressure is taken as what? ATM. When pressure is taken in the units of ATM, when pressure is 1 ATM earlier. But nowadays, pressure of 1 bar is taken as the STP condition, therefore molar volume is going to change slightly, which is 22.7 dm cube. 22.7 dm cube is the molar volume at STP if the pressure is expressed in bar unit. So this is same as 22.7 liter, which is 22,700 milliliter, same as 22,700 centimeter cubic centimeter if the pressure is expressed in the bar unit. If it is expressed in bar unit, this you should remember. Molar volume, it is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas at STP, and molar volume is 22.4 dm cube if pressure is expressed in ATM, and if the molar volume is pressure is 1 ATM, molar volume is going to be 22.7 dm cube if pressure is 1 bar. Then regarding next, what is that? Absolute scale of temperature. See, it is there given in the notes, but I try to convince you here. Absolute temperature. See, this concept of absolute temperature is given by Charles. See, concept of absolute temperature is given by Jacques Charles. See, what he said, if the volume of the gas, if volume is V0 at temperature 0 degree Celsius, if volume is Vt at temperature T degree Celsius, so what is that? At 0 degree and at T temperature, what are the volume of gas? V0 and Vt. He gave out a equation then, and he observed as per the temperature is changed. He noticed the temperature and volume keeping the pressure constant, which are directly proportional to each other. From the law you come to know that as the temperature increases, the volume also increases, and vice versa. So as the temperature decreases, volume decreases. Remember, see, for every degree temperature, for every degree rise in the temperature, the volume is going to be increased. Same as the equation he gave out. So in what unit the volume is going to increase? See, Vt, volume at temperature T, is going to be increased. See, V0 plus how many times volume is going to increase? It is T by 273 times. T by 273 times the initial volume. So this equation, this was given by Charles. So what is Vt? It is the volume at temperature T. What is V0? It is the volume of the gas at a temperature 0 degree Celsius. See, Vt equals to V0 plus T by 273 times of V0. Suppose the temperature is minus 273. Imagine, if T is minus 273, what happens? V naught minus of V naught. This become minus unit. V naught minus of V naught. Then it becomes, volume is going to become 0. But remember, at minus 273 degrees Celsius, minus 273 degrees Celsius, what happens? At minus 273 degrees Celsius, the Vt is assumed to be V naught minus of V naught, which is equals to 0. But remember, actually volume cannot take a 0, the volume cannot become a 0. So just the minus 273 or absolute temperature, it is the hypothetical idea or imaginary idea, assumed temperature at which the volume of the gas is assumed to be 0. But actually the volume of the gas cannot reach a 0 volume, cannot take a 0 volume. It has some significant volume, can't be 0. Therefore, what is absolute temperature concept? It is a imaginary temperature or it is a hypothetical temperature. What was considered at that temperature, the volume of the gas was assumed to be 0. Volume of the gas was assumed to be a 0 1. That's what absolute temperature, what is given by T equals to, so temperature T degree Celsius plus 273. This scale of expressing the temperature is called absolute temperature scale. Even it is also called a thermodynamic scale of expressing the temperature. So taking these points in the mind, let's go to take the sample numericals one by one. Come on, from the notes itself, we'll going to discuss the problems. So NCERT problems, page number 7 in the printed notes given to you, page number 7. Let's take the NCERT exercises. Let's try one by one. The repeated you practice at home, or similar type of problems are considered as homework for you. Come on, let's take the sample problems. Numericals. That to NCERT exercises, NCERT examples. Or exercises. So page number 7 of printed notes. Page number 7 of notes. Page number 7 of the printed notes. See, what is the problem 1? What will be the minimum pressure? What will be the minimum pressure that required to compress 500 dm cube of air at 1 bar to 200 dm cube at 30 degrees Celsius? First problem. See, in the first problem, you see what they have given. Given directly, I am not going to write the problems. As I said, page number 7 of the printed notes, exercises from NCERT. First one, what will be the minimum pressure required? What will be the minimum pressure required to compress 500 dm cube of air at 1 bar to 200 dm cube at 30 degrees Celsius? See, given, you have to point out in the solution part what they have given. They have given the certain data and you are asked to calculate the pressure. The two states of the gas were given, a gas at 500 dm cube and a gas is compressed to 200 dm cube. What was the pressure when it was at 500 dm cube 1 bar? Then you are asked what is the final pressure when it is compressed to 200 degrees Celsius. See, let write a given thing. What is the pressure? P1 is 1 bar. So when pressure is 1 bar, what is the volume? The volume V1 is 500 dm cube. 500 dm cube. Then next, what is P2? You are asked this only. What is the pressure required? So when the volume, when the 500 dm cube is compressed, when compressed to 200 dm cube, isn't it? 200 dm cube, yes. So this is the given data in the problem. Pressure 1 bar, then volume is 500 dm cube. So what is the pressure required to compress 500 dm cube of air to 200? Final volume 200 and the final pressure you have asked. So the temperature is kept constant at the fixed temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. The temperature has no significance in the formula or in utilizing in the solution. But at a given temperature, this is the initial pressure, initial volume. At the same temperature, the gas is compressed. So this is the final volume. What is the final pressure they have asked? So since temperature is constant, you try to understand. Since T is constant, so go to recall the gas laws. So temperature is kept constant in which gas law? It is none other than Boyle's law. Therefore, according to Boyle's law, what is the equation? For a gas at two different states we have collected. So what was the equation? P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. P1 V1 equals to P2 V2. Come on, they have given P1 is 1 bar, V1 is 500 dm cube. So P2, that only we have to calculate, and V2 is 200 dm cube. Therefore, what is P2? So P2 equals to 500 divided by 200. So 1 into this goes over. So what you get? 0, 0 over cancels. So 5 by 2, which is 2.5. 2.5. But remember, don't forget to mention the unit. If you forget to mention the unit as per the norms of board, 1 mark will be deducted. Suppose if this appears for 2 marks, then if you write this value P2 equals to 2.5 only, though your answer is correct, 1 mark gets deducted. Therefore, after getting the final answer, you have to mention, since the pressure is given in the bar unit and the final unit is also bar. If you miss mentioning the unit, not only in this problem, in any of the problem of physical chemistry, there are units which supposed to be mentioned. If you miss mentioning the unit for the final answer, 1 mark gets deducted compulsory. Come on. So this is how for the first problem of page number 7 NCERT exercise, the P2 is 2.5 bar. Well, I'll keep it to this for a while. If possible, you can make a note using the pen and notebook. Come on, second problem. So second problem I'll read out. A vessel of 120 ml capacity contains certain amount of gas at 35 degrees Celsius and 1.2 bar pressure. The gas is transferred to another vessel of 180 at the same temperature. So again, second problem is also based on the gas law, which is Boyle's law only, because the temperature is kept constant, 35. Again, the volume is going to vary, which is 120 changes to 180. In the first problem, you have seen the compression. 500 dm cube of gas was compressed to 200, but here 120 ml of gas is expanded to 180 ml. Then what would be its pressure? Use the same equation P1 V1 equals to P2 V2 and get solved. Alright? Same. Come on, third one. Third one is apply yourself. P1 for the second problem also I just write this. For second problem also use, since t is constant, what you do? Use the equation, use P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, Boyle's law equation. Come on, third. What is the third? Using the equation of the state PV equals to nRT. Using the equation of the state PV equals to nRT, show that at a given temperature, density of the gas is proportional to pressure of the gas. This we derived in the yesterday's class only, in the previous video only. What is this? This is the relation between the density and the molar mass of gas. The third question itself is none other than we derived the equation between the density and molar mass of the gas. See, for the third I write a solution. What is the third solution? We have derived that equation. What is that? D equals to Pm by RT or Mp by RT, no issue. D equals to Pm by RT. See, for a fixed gas, you are asked to show that D is directly proportional to P. Remember, for a given gas, I have not derived. Yesterday itself it has been derived using the ideal gas equation PV equals to nRT. Come on, for a given gas, so for a given gas M is constant, R, for a given gas M is constant, and R and T also fixed, they are also constant, R and T are also given constant. So this part PRT, when it become constant, what you are going to get, which implies, so D PRT constant. So when constant removed, equal changes to proportionality, and what you have? So D proportional to M. Sorry, please, not P is fixed, just slightly change. See, D equals to Pm by RT. For a given gas, M is fixed, MRT become constant. So MRT become constant means D that becomes directly proportional to what? P, pressure. Hence proved. Hence it is proved. But this I have not derived taken directly, which you have to practice. Using the ideal gas equation PV equals to nRT. So, as mRT for a given gas constant, D proportional to P. Hence, third problem solved here. Come on. I think you have noticed over this data. Same analysis which you have to do. Data you have to consider. Accordingly, the equation you have to select. Let's take the fourth one now. See, what is the fourth one? At 0 degree Celsius, the density of a certain oxide, same, using density problem, D equals to Pm by RT, same it is. Fourth solution, let's see. What is given? At 0 degree Celsius, density of certain oxide of a gas at 2 bar is same as that of the nitrogen at 5 bar. The density of the oxide is same as that of nitrogen at 5 bar. What is the molecular mass of the oxide? See, here you have two entities given, two species given. One is, and the condition is that the density of those gases are same. Suppose oxide. So one is oxide, another one is dinitrogen. So this oxide, nitrogen. The density of the oxide is the same as the density of nitrogen. So D of this is the same as density of nitrogen. See, what is the equation for density? So equation for density is Pm by RT. So you write, since M is changing here, PRT, I mean P is changing here, R and T are fixed, P1 M1 by RT, which is equals to P2 M2 by RT, P2 M2 by RT, sorry, P2 M2 by RT. Since R and T are constant, so what you get, since R and T constant remain same, so you get P1 M1 equals to P2 M2. Now I have given what is the pressure of the oxide. It is given in the problem. The pressure of the oxide is, what is the pressure of the oxide? The density of a certain oxide of gas at a 2 bar, it is given a 2 bar. At a 2 bar, molar mass is not given, that you have to calculate. Is same as, at 2 bar is the same as the nitrogen, is the same as that of the nitrogen at 5 bar, P2, 5. And you know what is the molar mass of nitrogen? I write 28. You know molecular mass of dinitrogen, which is 28 gram per mole. 14 plus 14, 28. Therefore, solve the molar mass of oxide. Therefore, M equals to 5 into 28 whole divided by 2. So this cancels. 14 into 5, which is 70 unit, is the molar mass of the oxide. Now take the fifth one. Look at the solution part of the fifth problem of NCERT, page number 7. See what is there. A pressure of 1 gram of an ideal gas. A pressure of 1 gram of an ideal gas A at 27 is found to be 2 bar. See, I can give you rough explanation for the fifth problem. See, there is a container. See, inside this gas A is there, gas A, whose pressure, the pressure of the gas A is found to be 2 bar. Pressure of the gas A is found to be what? 2 bar. What amount? 1 gram of gas A. When 1 gram of gas A is there inside the container, that is going to exert a pressure of 2 bar. To the same container, 2 gram of another gas B, right? 2 gram of another gas B is introduced. A 1 gram exerting 2 bar pressure. Another gas B of 2 gram introduced, and that's going to exert a total pressure of the mixture introduced same flask and becomes 3 bar. Total, they have not given with respect to B. Total, after mixing this, what has happened? Introduced the same flask at same, the pressure becomes 3 bar. After mixing B with A, pressure was becoming, this is nothing but P total 3 bar. Then what has asked? Find the relationship between their molecular masses. That you are asked to find out the relation between MA and MB. What is MA? Molar mass of gas A. MB, molar mass of gas B. See, there is no complexity in the problem. Try to understand. First, when you analyze the problem, definitely you will go to reach the solution. There is one container. There first one gas was taken, gas A. What amount of gas A was taken? 1 gram. When 1 gram of gas A was taken in the container, that going to exert a pressure of 2 bar. To the same container, 2 gram of another gas B was introduced. After introducing B into the same container of amount 2 gram, the total pressure is going to exert 3 bar. Then finally, you are asked to find out the relation between the molecular masses of the gas. Molecular masses or molar masses of the gas. Well, students, so what you can make use of? They have given the pressure. They have given the volume also fixed, container volume remains same, 1 liter container, 2 liter container remains the same. Then temperature is kept constant, so at the same temperature is given. Make use of the equation. What we have the equation PV equals to nRT. PV equals to nRT. So apply for gas A and gas B. See what is that pressure? Volume is remaining same. P of A, which is equals to P of A into V. Volume remains constant. I can write P of V into P of A into V equals to N of A into RT. Similarly, for the gas B, P of B, volume remains same, N of B into RT. So here, what is Na? Na is the number of moles of gas A. How do you get? Mass in gram by M by M. What is the mass in gram? 1 gram by MA, we don't know. What about NB, number of moles of gas B? How many grams of gas B? It is M by MB, mass in gram 2 divided by MB. Substitute in the equation. Substitute in the equation. See what is this? See, like term cancels, since they are remaining constant, I don't write. Then P of A. So what is P of A? So P of A equals to so P of A equals to what? Pressure of gas A equals to, I can write the equation. Pressure of the gas A, 2 bar, which is V remain constant, is equals to Na. Na is what? 1 by Ma. Isn't it? You call equation 1. Since R and T remain same, I ignore that. Similarly, what you do? Apply for the PB. What is the pressure of gas B? Total pressure P total is 3. 3 minus 2, 1 bar, which is 2 divided by MB. 2 divided by MB. Call this as equation 2. This is A. Now what to do? Equation 1 by equation 2. 1 by 2. See what is this? 2 by 1, which is equals to 1 by MA into MB by 2. So what you get here? So this same 2 MA. So this 2 goes over here. 2 to the 4 MA. That means molar mass of B, which is equals to 4 times molar mass of A. This is the relation. What MB? MB equals to 2 to the 4 times of MA. Molar mass of gas B is equal to 4 times the molar mass of gas A. They have asked to calculate the relation between MA and NB. We have calculated MB equals to 4 times MA. This is the completion of problem number 5. Come on, go to take the next numerical. Next numerical, which is number 6. Come on. What is there? I'll read out the 6th one. The drain cleaner, drainage, drain in the sense drainage cleaner. So the drain cleaner Dranex contains small bits of aluminum which react with caustic soda to produce dihydrogen. What volume of dihydrogen at 20 degrees Celsius and 1 bar will be released when 15 gram of aluminum reacts. So this is the problem here. What you have to calculate indirectly, the application part in the Dranex, what volume of hydrogen was liberated when aluminum reacts. See, the same, what volume of dihydrogen at 1 bar is obtained when what volume of dihydrogen is obtained when small bits of aluminum react with caustic soda. For this, I tell you students, you have to get the reaction between aluminum, metal aluminum and the caustic soda. What is caustic soda? Sodium hydroxide itself is called caustic soda. You have to write the equation pertaining to this equation. So this is aluminum. How does it react with sodium hydroxide? That too aqueous. So what you are going to get? Let me write. So what is this equation is? So 2 times of aluminum with 2 times of NaOH caustic soda. This is called caustic soda. Sodium hydroxide itself is called caustic soda. Aqueous. In the aqueous media, that gives you 2 times of NaAlO2, sodium aluminate. This is a sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate plus 3H2. Sodium aluminate with 3H2. So this is the balanced equation. So here you have to observe. So this is the equation. Without this equation you can't solve or reach the solution of this topic. So aluminum with caustic soda liberating this. See, look at the equation. 2 moles of aluminum, that after reacting with 2 moles of NaOH were liberating 3 moles of hydrogen. That means you know the atomic mass. So 2 times, what is the atomic mass of aluminum? 27. 2 times of 27 gram of aluminum liberates what? 3 moles. Liberate 3 moles of dihydrogen, 3 moles of H2. But what has given, what amount of aluminum was given in the problem? You look at 0.15 gram of aluminum. Therefore, 0.15 gram of aluminum liberates how much moles of dihydrogen? First you have to find out the moles. See, according to equation, 2 moles of aluminum atomic mass 27. 2 into 27 with caustic soda liberates 3 moles of hydrogen. Then what about the asked 0.15 gram of aluminum liberates how much? First you calculate. That is 0.15 into 3 divided by 2 into 27. 0.15 into 3 divided by 2 into 27. Isn't it? So that is going to get 0.00833. These are the moles. This is nothing but number of moles of hydrogen. Number of moles of hydrogen. Now we have the equation. Final volume as asked. We have PV equals to nRT. You asked to calculate V. Therefore, volume of hydrogen which is equals to nRT, number of moles of hydrogen divided by P. Substitute. So what is the number of moles of hydrogen liberated? Just we got 0.00833 into R. Since it is given in the ATM unit, it is given gram were given, you can take 0.0821 value into temperature 20 degrees Celsius given, isn't it? 273 plus 293 divided by pressure. What is the pressure? 1. Pressure at 1 bar. 1 bar in the sense 0.987. Pressure was given 1 bar. So this is 1 into 0.987. Well, so what is the final equation? So this you are going to get answer of, what is the answer? 0.203 dm cube, which is same as 203 milliliter of hydrogen gets liberated. This is what regarding the solution of problem number 6. Problem number 6. Have a look at over the solution. Come on. Let's go to the problem number 7th one. After the 6th, the 7th. See, what will be the pressure exerted by a mixture of, 3.2 gram of, see they have given 3.2 gram of methane and 4.4 gram of carbon dioxide, 4.4 gram of CO2, and what is the volume? Volume is 9 dm cube at a temperature 27 T 27 plus 273, which is 300 Kelvin. So there it is given a mixture of 3.2 gram of methane and 4.4 gram of CO2, and you are asked to calculate what? You are asked to calculate the total pressure. You are asked to calculate the total pressure of gas. Come on. How to take, instead of giving the number of moles, here the gram is given. From the idea, gram, from the given gram of gas, you calculate what number of moles of gases were given in the solution after this part. Now, number of moles of methane, which is mass in a gram 3.2, molar mass of methane 16. So this is 0.2 moles. Now number of moles of CO2, 4.4 divided by molar mass of CO2 is 44 gram. How you get 16? 12 plus 4, 16. 44, 12 plus 32. 16 plus 6, oxygen 32, carbon 12, 44. 4.4 divided by 44, this is 0.1 mole. Therefore, N total equals to what? N total 0.2 mole of methane plus 0.1 mole of CO2, which is 0.3 moles total, N total. Then you have the equation. What is that? PV equals to nRT. Then calculate the P. Therefore, P equals to, what is that? nRT by V. P equals to nRT by V. So, N total is given, it is 0.3. R value, since it is dm cube, R value is to be taken 0.0821 into temperature 273 whole divided by volume 9 dm cube. So you are going to get pressure as 0.821 atm. 0.821 atm. This is how the 7th problem solution completes. Come on, look further. Problem number 8 of the NCERT exercise of page number 7. Again, I am repeating again and again. Problem number 8. Problem 8. See what is given. What will be the pressure of gaseous mixture? There grams were given, here liter is given. What will be the pressure of gaseous mixture when given 0.5 liter of H2, 0.5 liter of H2 at 0.8 bar, which is mixed with 2 liter of dioxygen O2, 2 liter of O2 at 0.7 bar. Well, see, try to understand. Almost 7th and 8th problem are same. The same PV equals to nRT equation which you have to use. What was asked finally? Finally, what was asked in the 8th? You are asked to calculate the pressure of the gaseous mixture. Same P you have to calculate as you calculated in the 7th one. The same total pressure you have to calculate by the mixture of gases. Only the change is here mixture of gases 3.2 gram of gas 1, 4.4 gram of another gases, methane and carbon dioxide were given in amount of grams, but here in units of liter. That is the slight change. There methane and carbon dioxide, here hydrogen and oxygen, dihydrogen and dioxygen. Well, see, here again you have to calculate. We have the equation PV equals to nRT, isn't it? Now solve number of moles, volume is given, number of moles of hydrogen which is equals to what? PV by RT. R and T kept constant, let use it. What is the pressure of hydrogen? Pressure of hydrogen 0.8 bar, volume 0.5 liter, divided by R and T same. So 0.8, 0.5, 8 5 is 40, 0.4 divided by RT, call it as 1. Similarly calculate the number of moles of dioxygen, so which is PV by RT. So what is the pressure of gas? This is 0.7 into 0.2, 0.7 into 0.2, which is 1.4 by RT. 1.4 by RT, call it as 2. Then N total. So N total equals to number of moles of hydrogen plus number of moles of oxygen, which is 0.4 by RT plus 1.4 by RT. This on taking you get 1.8. 0.4 this 1.8 by RT. 1.8 by RT. Now go to the final equation. So what is the pressure? So since PV equals to RT, now P equals to, what is the equation? PV equals to nRT. P equals to nRT by V. nRT by V. Come on, what is the N value? 1.8 by RT into RT divided by volume. What is the volume? So volume of the container, problem 8, volume of the container is 1 liter. RT cancels, so the total pressure is 1.8. What is the unit? Bar. 1.8 bar. So this is how the solution of 8th problem completes. Come on, take the 9th one. 9th problem. So what is given in the ninth problem? Have observation. Density of gas is found to be 5.46 gram per dm cube at 27 at 2 bar pressure. What will be its density at STP? Another condition is given STP. See, ninth one solution I can write. Ninth one solution. You have density formula. What is the density formula? D equals to Pm by RT. So one density condition is given. What is that condition? One is the condition of 27, another is STP condition. You write D1. So D1 equals to pressure. So what is the pressure? 2 bar. Gas remains the same. M remains same, divided by R into T. R is fixed. Temperature 27 means 300 Kelvin. This is the D1. And at STP conditions, you write D2. So which is at STP conditions? So D2. What is the STP condition value of pressure? 1 bar. Molar mass is same. And R is as it is. STP temperature 273 Kelvin. 273 Kelvin. So this you call it as 1. This you call it as 2. So what you do? Take 1 by 2, equation 1 divided by equation 2, same as D1 by D2. So what you get? D1 by D2, MR cancels, let over. So you get 2 divided by 300 into 2 divided by 300 into. So what you get? 1 by this 273 divided by 1. 273 divided by 1. So this is simplified. This you get simplify and get the answer. What is the value of D2? So this is the what? Simplification. D1 is 2 by MR get cancels. 2 by 300 into 273 by 1. So you get the final equation of what? The density at STP. Density at STP. Sorry, they have given one value. What is that one value? Density they have given as 5.46. This density value is given 5.46. So I write 5.46. So finally you solve this for D2. Finally you solve for D2. So what you get here? So what is the D2? Solve for D2. D2 is 5.46 into 300 whole divided by 2 into 273. This you get a 3 gram per dm cube as the unit. Density at STP. This is the density at STP. Completes the solution of ninth one. This let conclude today's class. We shall meet with some more problems in the next class. Thank you, students.